Hey there, YouTube! So I thought maybe I should do a video as a kind of introduction to myself. And what better way to introduce yourself than to talk about the things you love. I have a confession to make. I'm a hoarder. 1 second I'm like, I'll just buy one of these things. And the next thing I know, there is no available surface left in my room because I have got too many of them. I've read somewhere that the difference between a hoarder and a collector is in the sharing of things. So, here are the top 3 things that I love most and that I hoard. Number 1, books. Guys, I love books. I fucking love books. I mean, if it wasn't obvious enough that I'm a gigantic nerd, I really love books. I've been reading for as long as I can remember. As a child, I remember literally reading anything I could get my hands on, whether that was age-appropriate stuff like Judy Blume and Jacqueline Wilson, or decidedly not age-appropriate stuff. Thank you, Harlequin romances, for introducing a very young me to the concept of. Aside from the content, which is the most important thing, like, the most important thing is what's actually inside the books. I really hate it when people get super precious about the physical things themselves, like, oh no, how can you dog-ear them? How can you write notes in them? Please, they're my books, I'll do what I want with them, okay? Thanks, bye. Anyways, aside from the content, which is the most important part of a book, books are just lovely things in and of themselves. I love bookshops. I love libraries. I love the smell of books and how they look on a bookshelf. I love it even more when books overflow from my bedside table onto the floor, accumulate, and double up as a second very handy bedside table. Books kept me company when I was being mean girl bullied at school. They gave me comfort when I felt like I was the only person in the world going through what I was going through. And they've opened up a whole new world of horizons and possibilities. In my dream house, I want a fucking Beauty and the Beast sized library in my house for all the books that I want to hoard. Number 2, postcards. I'm not sure when it started, but at some point I decided postcards were the best souvenirs I could keep from any travel I went on. I think it might have been, it makes sense because I'm quite a visual person, but also back in the 90s and early 2000s, for those of you old enough to remember, taking photographs was way more of a faff. You could only take the one, you couldn't take a million and then pick the best one. So you took the one, then it had to take like a week to develop. You got it developed only to discover that it's blurry or that you accidentally stuck your finger in front of the lens. It was more of a thing. Smartphones have largely eliminated that whole process. But I still really like collecting postcards, and I'm thinking of turning my collection into a collage actually, because I kind of figured them sitting in a box forever is maybe not the best way to relive those souvenirs. Number 3, perfume. I remember when I was 15 and I spent 2 weeks one summer with a family friend. The family friend had a son and I had the hugest crush on this guy. He was like everything a nerdy, shy girl like me thought she could never have. He was older, he was tall, dark, and handsome. He rode a motorbike, because you're allowed to do that in France at 16 or so. And yeah, stupidly beautiful. I really liked him a lot. Unfortunately, turns out he had other plans that summer, like literally ships passing through the night. I was so excited to get to spend 2 weeks with this family friend because I was like, oh yeah, he'll be there, and he was not there. But it was actually okay, it was great, because his mom was a really, really lovely, amazing lady, super sophisticated and elegant, and she just spent the 2 weeks taking me to all these museums and art galleries. She took me seriously like an adult. We discussed politics and religion, and I just have this memory of sitting in the passenger seat of her car and being like, she smells amazing. What is she wearing? I want to smell like that. So like the creepy person I was, I obviously went to her bathroom and checked out her counter and was just like, what perfume? And there I saw it. It was the most magical bottle, super feminine, super sexy, corseted figure, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Classique. So for Christmas, that is what I asked for, and I made that bottle last 2 years because it was only a special occasion perfume. I loved it so much. I loved the way it lingered on my clothes. I loved the way it lingered on my pillow. And I was kind of obsessed with this idea of a signature scent. You know the one. The scent that men will remember forever as they torment themselves with the thought of you, the one that got away. Anyways, I think it very much laid the foundation for what I love in a perfume. Oriental florals, vanilla scents. Whenever I come across a perfume I love on my skin, more often than not, it's got some very similar notes to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Classique. But as for the perfume itself, it's so funny, but I can't wear it anymore. It really is like getting a bitch slap from time and being 16 years old again. Hence the search for a new signature scent. As you can see, I have yet to settle on one. But I'm confident that one day I'll find a scent that'll make men dream wistfully of me as the one that got away. So what do you hoard? Why do you hoard them? Post your thoughts in the comments below. See ya!